Alright, so, I kind of promised a Terraria video, but that's still in the works, and, until then, I got some beef I wanna air out. So we're gonna do that today. Destiny 2. You guys know that I'm a sort of avid critic of this game and Bungie as a whole, and watching the shit show that is Lightfall has been a sobering reminder that Bungie kinda really needs to get their shit back together for final shape, and, raises concerns about the general future of Destiny 2. But I'm telling the story out of order. Let me take you all back in time just a few years ago. Okay, so the year is 2020, and Beyond Light is maybe 2 weeks from coming out. I think it was like November 6th. Everyone's hyped about Europa and Stasis and what will happen after Season of Arrival boot gangs more than 2/3 of the content from under our nose. Awesome. Remember it like yesterday. But out of nowhere, Bungie drops a Vidoc discussing their future plans for Destiny going forward. They do something that I don't think we had gotten before this point, reveal the titles and general working plots of the next two DLCs that will be coming in the next few years. We had two, titled Witch Queen and Lightfall. Little did we know what we were really in for. November 10th came and went, and Beyond Light was here, whether we wanted it or not. And it was fine. Stasis was, of course, fucking broken by all metrics, and in comparison to our other light-based subclasses, even offered stat buffs for just equipping the class. I sure hope this won't break Crucible. Other than dealing with this absolute shit stain of an ability for almost a full year, 364 days, Stasis got buffed and nerfed with relative consistency. New stuff being added every season, and I know where you're probably going. Forge, this is a Lightfall video, certainly. Why are you talking about Stasis? Did you hit your head? Are you in a mental institution? The answer is... Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm working on it. Give me a sec. Now, we move to 2021 and... yeah, that's... that sucks. Yeah. Okay, Witch Queen gets pushed back a few months. No big deal, they must be working really hard. Sure, this will happen again if they really need to do this. You know, like if the story was all fucked up or something like that. But it's fine. I'll wait and... Oh, wow, that was fast. Alright, let's try this new campaign. Holy shit, this is some good shit, boys. We're eating good tonight. Void 3.0. Banger. Banger-ass story. Banger. Amazing dialogue. Banger. This shit might just be Taken King 2. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever seen such a positive reception on all fronts of a Destiny expansion since probably Taken King. Holy shit. Oh my good god. Almost everything was revolutionary, including weapon crafting, which, I mean, to be entirely fair, had some issues that I didn't think were issues when it came out, but, oh well. Nevertheless, hopes and expectations were fucking astronomical after this. Jesus Christ. Following Witch Queen, and roughly around this time, we got the info bomb that Lightfall would not be the last expansion, as we initially thought when they unveiled this back in Beyond Light. Okay, alright, so what's coming after it? Oh, the final shape. Okay. Alright, yeah, I can work with this. At the time, most Destiny players, including myself, saw this and went, more content? Sure. I don't really care all that much, you know? Yeah. And if this is the direction that they wanted to go to finish the light versus dark story, then, that's fine. Now, over the year of Witch Queen, all of our light classes got the Void treatment. Just, just bringing them up to the next level of power. And that would cycle us right into... Already, no delay on this DLC. And Bungie is looking very pleased with how it's going. And would you look at that? Subclass reveal, it's the funky green juice. Titans are upset because where's the minigun? And yeah, let's go take a look at some of the other stuff that they've been doing. Ooh, all right. We got a bunch of trailers dropping. Game Awards, very excited. Okay. Well, you know what? This must be good. This must be a good thing because of how public Bungie is deciding to go on this. So surely it will be good. Now, with the rising tension I have just established in this video using my narrative techniques, I think it is finally time for me to cut the meat and potatoes and fully tell you what this video is about. My opinion on Lightfall. Now, if you want the unequivocal TLDR, I'm not going to watch any more of the video, so just tell me, Borge, what do you think about Lightfall? I will. And that is that Lightfall is... bad. It's really bad. Like, it's pretty trashed here. Like Curse of Osiris level bad. I think this is the first time I've genuinely told people not to buy something from Destiny 2 since, Destiny 2 launched as a fucking disaster. And I also think that I would be lying if I said it was all bad. So let's go over some positives that I haven't really had the time to deconstruct. Now, I think I would definitely be lying to you if I told you that this was, an entirely shit DLC, because it's not. It did make a lot of good changes. So let's go over the positives before I go over to the stuff that really grinds my gears. Gunplay. It's still good. It's still good. Looks like Bungie is finally getting on with something very important with loadouts, too. Don't really know how you could fuck up something as simple as loadouts, but, did manage to fuck up Guardian ranks, and they did manage to fuck up commendations, so... I don't know. Strand, funny green juice, is beyond broken, and that's kind of, frustrating with the PvP landscape. But given how Bungie treats PvP players, I highly doubt anyone is still doing PvP, and if you are, genuinely feel sorry for you, and I just hope that everything's okay. Maybe I'll pitch in a few bucks to buy your next therapy visit, Now, Guardian ranks. Alright, let's Guardian rank here, okay? Very cool concept, but I have gripes. And I'll talk about them when we get to the negative stuff, but just know for now that the concept is really, really good, and it's way better than the previous system we had, which was just your season pass ranks dictate what funny number shows next to your name. Lore. It's awesome. Raid lore, amazing. Neomuna lore, amazing. Weapon lore tabs, awesome. Armor lore tabs, amazing. Exotics, shit, the exotic lore could be better. But it's very, very on point with this expansion. And just to emphasize, Neomuna and the Raid are probably, if I have to say, the best location we have had in the entirety of the game. And yes, I'm putting it above Nessus, and yes, I'm also putting it above Dreadnought. There is nothing that you can say that will change that for me at all. Also, one more thing that I will have to say. The enemy density, very nice. The problem that me and a lot of people had with the Throne World, Savathun's Throne World in Witch Queen, was that it was a very visually stunning environment. However, it just didn't really have the add density to make it more of a talked about spot. You kind of went there, did the story, did some public events or something like that, and then you never really went back unless you had to go get a craftable weapon from Finch or something like that. But that's it. Alright, and I think that's where the positives end, unfortunately. And now it's complainy time. So if you don't want to hear it, and you don't want to hear me bitch and moan and whine about stuff that ultimately doesn't really matter, please click off the video now. You have been warned. Alright, did he leave? You left? I fucking hate that guy. Jesus Christ. Now, let's get into some petty shit before we move to the more major things. Playlists. We've been getting shafted. That's just the thing that's happened. We got one new strike. There's one. It's a good strike. You know, it's a shame that there's only one. And count them. 0 new Crucible and 0 new Gambit maps. Yay. No maps kinda really hurts, and I don't need to be the guy to tell you, but it took them a hot minute to add Disjunction back. You know, because that didn't come out with Witch Queen. That came out like the season or two after, which is kind of absurd, if you ask me. Of course, the Battlegrounds will go into the strike playlist after they rotate out of the current year of content, although I do kind of wish we get more strikes, since they just have more polish on them usually. And, you know, like seasonal Battlegrounds, you can only really do so many of them before you just, like, feels all samey. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I do like the seasonal Battlegrounds. They feel like a good flavor win. Although I don't really think that they deserve to be in the strikes playlist, if I'm being entirely honest. Alright, let's talk weapons. There are 8 Neomuna weapons, 6 Season of Defiance weapons, and 6 raid weapons. The only, and I say only, weapons that are not deliberate reskins are the 6 weapons that came with the raid. We'll talk about the raid in a bit, the raid shit show and day 1 stuff, but, you know, let's go more petty, you know, small scope. The only difference between some of the Neomuna weapons and the Moon weapons is the fact that some of the RPMs and elements have been swapped, and the Moon crap was ripped off of them, and they threw some neon lights on it. Seasonal weapons? Same thing, except it's Season of the Lost weapons, which came out a year ago, and they just kind of chucked some crappy unshaderable blue region all over it. I don't think that this has happened at all, since every other destination and season has had unique looking and feeling weapons, and I don't appreciate this ripping of assets and flipping them into new guns. This is the same thing I get on Mendy, like, indie developers for all the time when they asset flip games off of the Unity library onto Steam, and it pisses me the fuck off to see a company that, once again, acquired by Sony for $4 billion, is doing for a mainline DLC that is releasing for their flagship product. Fucking absurd. Speaking of reskins, let's talk continuity. So, question, right? Why does this secret city that has broken off from the rest of us, you know, Clovis Bray and that sort of stuff by the Ishtar Collective, different company, you know, just so happen to have all of the same technology scattered all over the fucking place that you can find on Europa, which is a place that is basically owned by the Bray Collective? Also, why does the Vex network look exactly the same as the one that Misrax sends us through in Season of the Splicer? Misrax isn't even here helping us on this journey. He's in the fucking tower dealing with Season of Defiance shit, right? Like, why? We don't even have the same capabilities to enter the Vex network like he does because we're not splicers like he is. Alright, let's talk seasonal content. More reused shit. Same boss fight room in the orbital battlegrounds is the same as the larger room from the Glycon. You know, that thing from a year and 2 years ago at this point, probably. Exotic mission. Still reusing assets. This time it's from the Pyramidion with the boss, and the arena is the exact same as the Inverted Spire. except you go up instead of going down. $4 billion, guys. $4 billion fucking dollars. Jesus God. Alright. Let's move to the raid. I'm gonna say this once, and then I'm not gonna say it again, because I do not like to reiterate myself. I am not trying to take your emblems for day 1. If I'm being entirely honest, I love the idea of day 2 extensions, right? Unfortunately, my group was busy. We were doing work, or had work, or we had other responsibilities that were more important than doing the raid. And we could not. Would I have loved to participate? Oh, hell yes. Unfortunately, was that in the cards for us? No. So, the only thing I can say is, to the teams that did participate and to the team that won the raid race, congratulations. Hope you guys all had a fun time, and hope you all enjoyed yourself on this raid. I really still can't believe that it was over in only 2 hours, which I think should speak to a more indicative problem with Bungie than anything else, if I'm being entirely honest. You know, Bungie really probably should have put another 0 on Nezarek's health bar, because, I mean, like, he is the final god of pain, and, you know, it's kind of silly when you can kill the final god of pain with the fucking Rat King on contest mode. Kind of absurd, no? Also, Bungie, please fix the fucking man cannons. They've made me wipe like 3 times on a singular run just from the deaths that they've caused me and my teammates. Like, you guys really gotta fix this, okay? This raid is, you know, entirely ad clear the raid, but I think that the planets encounter is probably the best one, being the one where only 2 schmucks have to do ad clear, and everybody else gets to do fun mechanics. Just really hope that the final shape raid will be better than this, because this was kind of silly. All right, let's finish this up. I got shit to do. All right, let's summarize and clarify and get this done. Okay. I'm critical of this game because I like it. I want to see this game be better. Now, I would also be a complete fucking brainlet if I didn't think I maybe went a little too harsh on Lightfall, given the circumstances. I also didn't fully cover stuff like voice acting and the characters, because yes, they were bad. Cyrus is a whiny, complainy bitch, and some of them just ruined the mood. Hi, Nimbus. So, to summarize, I would say do not buy this expansion unless you are super die-hard for Destiny and you really want to go hard on the endgame content. If you are buying it solely for the story or the narrative, go buy Witch Queen, because this would be a waste of $60? Jesus Christ. The issues I have with this game, I know are not shared, although I know a good portion of them still are, especially with Nimbus. But I feel passionate enough to make a video, hopefully attract the attention of someone at Bungie at some point, to at least make me and some other people who share my issues feel somewhat heard. That being said, ice to the skies, lads. I'll see you all topside.